This classic episode of the Electric Playground is brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support Electric Playground. Remember, this episode first aired in 1998.
Today on the Electric Playground, we swipe a few cars in Grand Theft Auto, we retro blast back to Asteroids, Paradigm takes us out on the course for F1 World Grand Prix, and we learn how to survive Unreal.
Like Unreal, this game's got a lot to live up to.
Okay, we're in the GT Interactive booth here at E3. I'm with the team that designed Unreal. When you were putting the game ideas together, what were some of your influences? How'd you come up with the ideas for this title?
Well, we all love the first-person action games like Quake and Doom, and we just wanted to create a game like that, so we just put all our efforts into it.
When did you guys figure out that you guys had something that could be quite revolutionary and make an impact in the industry?
Well, I'd say the first time we really got it up and running with the point where you could run through a level.
Yeah.
You know, the incredible lighting of Unreal, it really takes your breath away, and that's probably when we knew.
Now, James, what do you think the 3D acceleration that's going on in the PC world has had? What kind of an effect has that had on PC gameplay?
Oh, it's really helped a lot. Really allows us to create really beautiful and realistic worlds. We love the Voodoo chips and Power VR. Those are the ones we support, and we play on them, and they're great. Incredible lighting and just a great, more realistic experience than anybody's seen before.
What are people going to find as they get deeper and deeper in Unreal?
Well, a lot of the weapons have a lot of special moves in them.
Yep.
They're combo attacks, which are kind of like fighting games. So when you figure out how to use the weapons the right way, you're going to be able to dominate and really kick a lot of ass. We have 2 firing modes in all of our weapons. We have a regular fire and an alternate fire. And for instance, we have a gun that's a combination of a rocket launcher and a grenade launcher. So you always have rockets you can unload at people, or you can just dump grenades out. You can load up multiple rockets and unload up to 6 and blow the hell out of everybody. There's a lot of different firing modes in the weapons, and it really makes it dynamic.
Any secret tips you can give to people that are playing this game right now, having a hard time with it?
Yeah, use the ASMD. I believe it's weapon 3, and it has a special move where if you fire out your alternate fire, and then you shoot it with the regular fire, it'll do a super explosion, which will kill anybody in the radius.
If you guys think about some of the other games that are out there, like Sin, or some of the other first-person action titles that are happening right now.
They're all looking really good. We're looking forward to playing it. We love games ourselves, of course, and if somebody makes a great game, it's all, better for everybody.
Where do you guys go from here? You're done with this game? You're on to, what, Unreal 2?
Well, we're finishing up the share version, so we're making a demo that everybody can play for free, and then we're working on add-on pack, and then looking forward to Unreal 2.
Right on. Thank you very much, James. Thanks a lot, Cliff. Good luck with the game.
Have you ever stolen a car?
No, not intentionally.
Have you ever stolen a car?
No.
Would you like to steal a car?
No.
You don't?
No.
If you could steal any particular car, what kind of car would it be?
No.
Have you ever stolen a car before?
No, but sometimes I'm very tempted to.
What kind of car would you steal if you could?
A new punch maybe.
Oh, have you guys ever stolen a car before?
Yes.
Have you ever stolen a car before?
Only once, but I didn't get across more than 4 states. I'm joking, of course.
Right.
One of my personal favorite games also happens to be one of the most controversial games of the year. It's a game called Grand Theft Auto. That's for me. I gotta go. I'm here with David Jones, the creative director of DMA. Now, DMA is, of course, the company who did Grand Theft Auto. One of the best games of last year. Would you say that Grand Theft Auto is the biggest title you guys have done?
It's up there.
Lemmings?
We did Lemmings, yeah, that's right. So that was big. But I would say second to that, Grand Theft Auto is the one, yeah.
Right. Whose concept was it for Grand Theft Auto?
It's based on myself and a few of the guys in the company, you know, we just sat down, brainstormed as usual, decided what would be fun in a game.
Over in Europe, there's a big controversy over in the States. I mean, you play somebody who's working their way up the mob ladder. You're stealing cars, you're killing cops.
People have this misconception that games are for kids.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Right.
You know, we've grown up with games, we love games, we love watching 18 movies, you know. We're thinking, well, we've been watching 18 movies, got violence, got some of this stuff in it. Why can't we play that sort of stuff? You know? Why can't we go out there and say to people, you know, we want to write a game that is not for kids, it's for us.
What's the rating on the game?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's great. It's good to see that. So the way the car controls and the way the power slide around the turns was just awesome. I mean, how many programmers did you have working on it?
We had about 6 programmers working on it.
Wow.
We wrote that bit about 3 or 4 times just to get it absolutely perfect.
Really?
All the time you're going to be driving this car. So it has to feel great. You have to be able to ram things out your way, pick people out.
And what's the best car in the game? Is it the Countach?
The Countach is fast. I prefer what's in Europe called an Escort Cosworth. It's like a souped up high-performance family car.
Is it?
Yeah, and they always get stolen in the UK because they're so good.
All right. The one I hate the most is that damn peace van thing. Boy, that thing steers like a cow. All the cars have different,
different characteristics. Even the flatbed pickup truck. If you get that, it only plays the country and western music.
They're women scary, cause they were so big and hairy.
The AI on the cops. I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, how long did you guys work on that?
We worked on that probably about 6 months, just making sure you actually felt as though these guys wanted to get you.
Right.
And they do. I mean, they just come after you and they go balls out and you feel like they really want you back.
Now, another favorite part of the game for me is the fact that you always have the yellow arrow on the screen, so you always know where to go. I mean, a lot of games, they come with big manuals and you have to page through them and stuff.
We're debating, should we keep this, should we scrap it, should we make it look at the maps? We thought, no, it was a good balance because it's like, it's only as the crow flies direction. You still got to sort of get around bridges and get over rivers.
Sure do. Right.
So it's a great help, but it's not. It doesn't make it too easy.
Now the multiplayer options in Grand Theft Auto are kick-ass also. I mean, the whole cannonball run thing.
Yeah, it's like a race, but because in Grand Theft Auto, you're smashing cars, they take damage, they start to give up. Right. So as you're racing around, you suddenly see a nice car. You say, whoa, you stop, you get out, and you're off again. And you just race around these streets, which we've marked out as racetracks.
Can we expect a Grand Theft Auto 2?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely?
Absolutely. We're working on it right now.
Excellent. And that's going to be for PC and PlayStation again?
Correct, yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
Well, it's set 20 minutes into the future.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a lot of gangs and everything in it.
20 minutes into the future.
So if you want to be part of it, you better go get a car now.
Hey, I'm out of here. Great. Thanks for talking to us.
See you later.
Cool.
You don't understand, it's after us. It's big! It's got huge teeth, a big beak, bulgy eyes, feathers, fur everywhere.
Yeah, and pigs can fly.
No, bears can fly! Bad guys beware! Here comes Banjo-Kazooie, where you're both bird and bear with amazing powers. There's never been anything like this head-banging, sky-flying, rock-hopping, egg-shooting, tag-teaming duo. Banjo-Kazooie, only for Nintendo.
Adorable, rotund, deadly. Pikachu is the de facto mascot of the Pocket Monsters. All 151 Pokemon have one or two types. Fire, water, grass, poison? Old Pikachu here, his specialty is electricity. According to the Pokédex entry from the Japanese-only release Pokemon Green version, Pikachu's evolved form Raichu is able to produce electric charges exceeding 100,000 volts! And it specifically mentions that even careless contact with Raichu can cause even an Indian elephant to faint. But couldn't kill an elephant if commanded to. Research says yes, dozens at a time even. My Ask Jeeves search history is in complete shambles. Stay tuned to EP Classic every Saturday morning for more Pocket Monster facts, and play forever! I mean, it's only a third as powerful as a lightning strike, but once he starts, he doesn't need to stop.
These games are so addictive, they should be illegal. We're talking about Age of Empires 1 and 2.
Electric Playground's here in Dallas, Texas. I'm here with Tony Goodman, who's the president of Ensemble Studios. We want to talk about Age of Empires. Now, this is the first game from your company.
Yeah, we started this about 3 years ago, and we've seen plenty of game companies spring up and fall out of existence in the period of time. Game industry isn't what it used to be. You can't just have 2 people out of the garage, start programming things these days. You really need to manage a large team of people.
They got some pretty unusual walking sticks here at Ensemble. So why don't we just take this little handy device and walk into the programming shack and talk to some of the coders behind the game.
We have about 35 people now, and we're going to try to keep it not too much larger than 40 to really try to keep the family feel.
Hey, there's Mark. How you doing? Mark Terrano, who's not Canadian, not a hockey player.
No, and not a programmer anymore either, but they let me hang out with him.
H2 has got to be one of the most anticipated games for 1998. How are you guys going to top the first game?
Well, we identified some things from the fans. We had a lot of demand for just really improving the combat, so we added some interesting tactical and strategic decisions with formations, unit facings, and things like that.
Hey, what do we have here? It's a nice hat.
Yeah, thanks.
What are some of the technologies in Age of Empires that make it stand out against all the sea of real-time strategy games?
Number one, our graphics programmer, Matt Pritchard, did an excellent job with our graphics engine. And I'd put our graphics engine up against any other one in the industry.
It's a competitive situation. Everybody wants to make something better, so you got to basically keep up with all the other games.
So take a look at some of this artwork, man. This is fantastic. And how heavy is that hat?
It's actually not very heavy, but you certainly can't drink with this thing on.
This game takes place from what time, in what time period?
It's 450 to 1450, the Middle Ages, like one of the most interesting military periods in the history of the world.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Microsoft sent these guys 1 million units sold, which is a considerable achievement for a PC game, isn't it? That's not easy to do.
A few games ever aspire to sell 1 million copies, and we've done that in the first few months of our sales. And Microsoft came down and presented this to all our people and threw us a big party at GameWorks, and we had a great time.
What kinds of civilizations are we talking about in here?
We've got everything from Asian, from Japanese and Chinese, in Europe.
Samurai warriors.
So certainly samurai warriors.
Yep.
We've got some raider civilizations which really play a little bit differently than the civs in Age of Empires 1, like the Vikings, the Mongols, the Celts.
Isn't this sort of the rest of the gear?
Yeah, sure, we can try that.
We'll put that sucker on there.
Hello, all you North American babes.
How much artistic license did you take with the designs of some of the architecture in these ancient civilizations?
Well, we tried to follow historically anything we could from the books that we'd seen, but again, there's not exactly a picture that represents a given building at a given age all the time. So you definitely have to kind of make up. You just try to match it as closely as you can to what you see.
I'm single. My phone number is area code 972-960-270.
This world is made up of all of these complex 3D models that you guys can manipulate any way you want. And then in the end game, you have to shrink them all down to itsy-bitsy little size.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works.
Is it frustrating at all to see all that work go down into such a small little model?
Yes, but at the same time, it's very gratifying to see the whole, once it's all put together and you see it,
Age 2 is really a generational step up from Age 1. A lot of the things are similar and familiar, but the level of play is much more involving than in Age of Empires 1.
Let's move on. Come on, follow me. Let's go. Where else? Where else we go?
Here comes the latest incarnation of this arcade classic, and you can bet your Asteroids it's going to be a blast. Droids.
Hi, I'm with Rupert Easterbrook, who's the studio manager for, what's your company again? Quick Draw.
Yeah, that's me,
Yeah, how you doing, Rupert?
Nice to meet you.
You guys are working on...
We're working on Asteroids.
On Asteroids. You've taken this classic game and you've made it your own. What have you guys done to this game?
The original Asteroids was basically all gameplay.
Yeah.
So we've taken the essence of that gameplay, kept that formula, and jazzed it up for the 90s. We've added 120 levels, we introduced bosses, multiplayer, and over 30 weapons, so we've really gone to town. We've kept it high res, to make it as beautiful as possible.
Multiplayer, what are you talking about? 2 player?
4 player.
4 player.
4 player, and looking high on the PC as well, so PlayStation 4 player, we can do it with
Split screen?
No, all in one, high res, zoomed out. So it's small, but
I see.
There's also there will be the Asteroids heartbeat, so things getting a bit hairy still.
Excellent, you gotta have that. Can you do the Asteroids heartbeat?
No, I can't, mate.
Come on, you can do it.
You can do it, mate. No, it's like...
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Thank you very much, Rupert.
That's right.
Have a great show.
You
got a nice rock here, buddy.
More now on the escalating police chase that began as a joyrider's need for speed. Every available officer has been called in to stop the Lamborghini Diablo, and it looks like the sheer number of officers out here is about to end this chase. Wait, the joyrider is going over the roadblock. Oh. This is unbelievable.
Stick 'em up!
Yes, it's going to be a long night for law enforcement. Need for Speed 3. Hot Pursuit.
Hey!
Ooh. This is Tommy. Hey, Vic. You where? World Grand Prix? World Grand Prix. Over to you, Vic. Whoa!
This is Wes Hoffman. He's one of the founders of Paradigm Simulations. Can you tell us a little bit about this new race today?
It's World Grand Prix, a real reenactment of the 97 season. It's got all 17 tracks, all 22 drivers, a very real physics model built into it with a lot of bells and whistles to make it fun.
So Video Systems kind of charged you guys with getting this thing going and said, here you go, run with it. Did they leave you alone at that point?
No, they've been very helpful. They had a lot more input and ideas, and helped us out as far as what was important to have in the game and what features people would be looking for that were really fans of the sport, and we all kind of had to sit down and learn about it. A large part of building the game is just learning about the sport.
Wes and I went to Buenos Aires and saw the Argentina race, and it was really good because we actually had a feel of what F1 was like, the crowds, the chaos, and it's like the way football is here. So many people get excited about it, and that was totally foreign to us.
The things that we're the most proud of in the game would be the motion model.
What is a motion model?
When we say a motion model, we're talking about a physics-based model of how a car should behave. We could take the approach of saying, well, I'm going to push the stick this way. If push stick this way, then do this. If push stick this way, if it's this much, then do this. That's what I would call an effects level model of a car driving.
Right.
And when we talk about a motion model, we're talking about building the infrastructure of a physics model so that the car will behave naturally or appear to behave naturally as it drives.
This rain effect looks amazing. How did you guys cover that? How did you get that done?
Well, that was Angus Henderson, one of our coders, special effects gurus.
Yep.
The way it came across, it just really immerses you. It makes it feel cold. We darken the database, and the rain just kind of speeds up and slows down as depending on your speed. So it almost feels like bullets hitting you. Like
so
you can
it's real 3D rain kind of.
Yeah, it really is.
Somebody was talking to me about the challenge mode in this game.
The idea is to take a player and immerse him in the 97 season, but not by playing each and every race, by sticking them in scenarios. So if you were Michael Schumacher in Argentina, and there's like 5 laps left in a race, and someone passed you by in the real race, well, we're going to stick you in Michael Schumacher's place and give you a chance to finish that race and win it.
I think we've got a lot of technology in this game that as a company we'll be able to take out and do a lot with later on in other games.
An attention to detail that just stands out. The brakes, they glow when you brake on them, and then the Goodyear and the Bridgestone on the tires, as you speed up, they blur out, and it looks really realistic. You even get that wagon wheel effect in the beginning.
We've had a really great team of people working on this, and it's been a lot of hard work, and everybody's working really hard, and certainly the game wouldn't be the quality it is without the quality people we had working on it.
In Sega's Manx TT Superbike, there's a code that lets you play as a sheep. You choose your transmissions, press shift up, shift down, lean the bike to the left, lean the bike to the right, brake, then accelerate, and you'll be riding a sheep.
Hey, it's time for the Tekken 3 Move of the Week. This time we got one from Paul Phoenix, and he's a meanie. Oh, yeah. Ready?
Okay, first you go down, back, plus left punch, plus right punch. Right punch, down plus left punch, down plus left punch. Right kick, left punch, and then left punch plus right punch. Finished him.
Today on the Simpatico Question of the Week, Michelle Lee from Winnipeg, Manitoba asks, how does artificial intelligence work in real-time strategy games like Age of Empires 2?
The basic thing that the AI has to do is it has to do a lot of planning. And much like the human player, he has to manage his units quite carefully. And getting the AI to figure out where to get a unit to gather berries from, particularly, is one small task that the humans don't really have a lot of problem with, but the AI does. The AI has the advantage to be able to calculate things a lot faster and use mathematical formulas quite a bit, but on the other hand, it can't really innovate very well. That's one of the things we're changing for Age 2, is to make it a lot more dynamic and let the end users actually play around with the logic that the AI uses as it plays the game.
To send us your questions, stop by the EP website at www.electplay.com.
Up all night playing that clock tower you got from B&B Games. You know it. Gamer broccoli.
You don't understand, it's after us. It's big! It's got huge teeth, a big beak, bulgy eyes, feathers, fur everywhere.
Yeah, and pigs can fly.
No bears can fly! Bad guys beware! Here comes Banjo-Kazooie, where you're both bird and bear with amazing powers. There's never been anything like this head-banging, sky-flying, rock-hopping, egg-shooting, tag-teaming duo. Banjo-Kazooie, only for Nintendo.
Tekken 3 for the Sony PlayStation. What'd you think,
Well,
man?
you know that Tekken is my favorite fighting game ever of all time. They were able to pull off the 60 frames a second, which I thought was amazing.
Beautiful.
They added more modes than in the arcade.
Yep.
You got ball mode, you have Tekken Force mode, which is like this double dragon kind of thing, which is awesome. And it's
And they got more characters. They got that Gon, that little dinosaur from Japan. His little ending sequence is amazing, where he's bounced off of killer whales and he goes flying through the forest. This game is worth the price of admission just to play Eddie Gordo, man. He's the coolest character in fighting games ever. The thing that's so great about Tekken 3 though is it's balanced. Every character is completely balanced. You never get a sense that there's one or two characters that you can play in this game that will
anyone
dominate.
can pick up this game and start playing too. And, you know, if you're a button master, you can have fun too.
It's for expert game players. It's for novice game players. It is the best fighting game ever developed.
Ever of all time. There is no way anyone cannot give this game
a 10 out of 10.
A 10.
Yep. Namco.
Everyone must own it.
Namco rips it up with Tekken 3. 10 out of 10. It is perfection. If you have a PlayStation, you have to have a copy of this game in your library.
You're giving it a 10 too?
I'm giving it a 10.
Woo!
All right. What about Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64? Switching gears a little bit here.
Yeah, I'll say. Yoshi's
La 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 la.
Hey, let's be serious here for a minute. Let's get serious on Yoshi here.
How can you possibly get serious on Yoshi's Story? It's a game for kids. Beautiful game though.
Yeah.
Very colorful game.
Very fun to play.
Game.
It's very fun to play.
I tell you what, you gotta eat lots of fruit.
You gotta eat lots of fruit.
So if you're into eating fruit, you're gonna love this game.
But here's the problem. I'm a huge fan of Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. Played that game to death. I just totally loved that game. It was super long, lots to do, tons of fun, and it was way better than Yoshi's Story on the Nintendo
you like
64.
Yoshi's Island even better?
Much better. It was like twice as good. There was way longer. There was a lot more to do. The little mini games that were inside the game were a lot more interesting.
So what do you give it overall?
I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
I'd give it a 7.5. Okay.
All right. What do you think about Blasto for the Sony PlayStation?
Blasto for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
La 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 la.
The The problem here is the graphics. I mean, let's face it.
Blasto's a drag, man. It could have been so cool. You got this guy that's always got his arm out, no matter what he's doing. It's like, wouldn't your arm get tired after running around for 4 hours like this?
The best part of Blasto is the music and the whole interactive MIDI music.
Yeah, I like that too.
Is awesome, and that's worth at least renting the game for, is just to hear the cool music in it.
I actually like the characters and the feel of this game. I think that they had a really cool story behind all this stuff. The instruction book is really cool. It's like this, this big
cartoon.
Yeah, it's a big comic book. I give it a 5 out of 10.
6.5 for me.
All right, what do you think about Rebellion from LucasArts for the PC?
Rebellion. It's got the Star Wars license. Let's be honest, this game is absolutely horrible in every aspect.
Well, horrible is pretty strong.
Terrible? Is that good?
No, I was not.
Awful.
I was not entertained the whole way through, but I kept playing. And
unimaginable?
You know what's good about this game, though, is that it's so thorough and it's so detailed. You actually get a sense that you're like flipping through pages of the Star Wars encyclopedia.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you are a Star Wars nut and you want to find out even more about the Star Wars universe, this game will introduce you to all kinds of new stuff.
What'd you give it?
I'd give it about a 6 out of 10. It does hold your attention if you get into it. You got to give it time, though. It's not something that you can just plug into and forget about. You've got to give it some time.
I've always loved LucasArts. I've always loved Star Wars, but I have to give this game a 3. There's so many better games by LucasArts. Hey, I bet I can swing higher than you.
I think you've been proving that all day, man.
Woo! No, I can't. No, I can't. What? No, I can't hear a thing. No.
Production assistance for the Electric Playground is provided by Nintendo, makers of 1080 Snowboarding. Heat.net, makers of Netfighter.
Circle, square, triangle, triangle, triangle.
Electronic Arts, makers of Need for Speed 3.
Circle, square, square.
Namco, makers of Tekken 3.
Square plus triangle, circle, triangle, triangle.
To subscribe to Tips and Tricks, call 1-800-621-8977.
Circle, 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 circle. Plus square plus triangle, circle plus square plus circle plus triangle.
This classic episode of the Electric Playground was brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support the Electric Playground. Thanks for watching, and play forever.